Let me ask you a serious question. Have you ever looked at your retirement account or your bank balance and quietly wondered, where did I go wrong? Maybe you're in your 50s or 60s, some in your 70s. Worked 30, 40 years, got up early each and every day, logged in long shifts, and took care of everyone else. You did everything you thought you were supposed to do. Retirement is close at hand, but yet retirement still feels uncertain, like you did something wrong. I need you to hear me on this. You didn't fail. Nobody showed you the full picture. The truth is, many black families were never given equal access to that playbook. Stay with me on this, okay? Because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you what the system never taught us and exactly what you can do right now to retire on your terms. And by the way, wait until you hear the third reason, which almost nobody talks about. Let's talk about something real. The financial system in this country was not designed with black Americans in mind. Now, that is not a complaint. I'm not complaining. That is documented history. For most Americans, home ownership is the biggest wealth builder. For many decades, a lot of black families were locked out of the opportunity. Through a practice called redlining, banks literally drew red lines around black neighborhoods and refused to give them mortgages. Now, basically, that meant families couldn't buy homes, couldn't build equity, and they couldn't pass it down to the next generation. There was nothing really to pass down. Even today, studies show black mortgage applicants are denied at roughly twice the rate of white applicants. That's twice the rate. So when people ask why the wealth gap exists, this is one of the biggest reasons. This gap didn't happen by accident. It was engineered. And we have been trying to catch up ever since, often without anyone explaining why the race started so far behind. So when you look at your savings and feel like you fell short, I want you to reframe that. You built what you built while running a race that wasn't fair. That's not failure. That's resilience. Now let's look at where things actually stand today. The median white family in America has about 10 times the wealth of the median black family. For people in our age group, 50s and 60s, yep, I'm in that group. The retirement savings gap is striking. Studies show that black Americans near retirement age have, on average, significantly less saved than their white counterparts. Not because of spending habits or financial discipline, but because of compounding disadvantages over a lifetime. Lower wages over a career mean lower contributions to your employer retirement plans like a 401k at work. Less access to employer matching, which is huge. More time spent in survival mode rather than building mode. Now, here's the thing about compound interest. It works for you when you have money, and it works against you when you don't. Let me repeat that one again. Compound interest, by the way, is the eighth wonder of the world. It works for you when you have money, and it works against you when you don't. The gap compounds just like interest does. So the question isn't, how did I get here? The question should be, what do I do right now with what I have? All right, let's get into it. Here are the 5 moves that matter most for where you are right now, especially if you're in your 50s or 60s. Number 1, catch-up contributions are real, and they're for you. If you're age 50 or older and still working, the IRS allows you to contribute more to your retirement accounts than younger workers. In 2026, you can put in an extra $8,000 above the regular limit into a 401k. That's called a catch-up contribution. Most people have never heard of it. It's never been talked about. If your job offers a 401k with an employer match and you're not optimizing that match, stop everything you're doing, Fix it right now. That's the first thing you should do. That's free money. Do not leave that free money on the table. Even if you started at age 55, boosting catch-up contributions over 10 years or more can add $100,000 or more to your retirement account. And by the way, if you actually invest that $100,000, not the $100,000, but the contributions over a period of time, generating 7, 8, 9, 10% return, we're talking more of $200,000 or more. So that is huge. Take advantage of the catch-up contributions. Now, moving on to number 2, Social Security. It matters more than you think. The age you claim Social Security makes a massive difference. If you claim at 62, you get a reduced benefit permanently. If you wait until age 70, your monthly benefit can be 76% higher than if you claimed early. Claiming at age 67, your full retirement age, is somewhat the sweet spot. You're just like smack in the middle. For many of us, Social Security will be the foundation of retirement income. Knowing when to claim your other income, your spouse's situation, is one of the most important financial decisions you'll make. Real quickly, take a quick look at this graph. If you claim benefits early at age 62, your monthly benefits will be $1,400. Now, this isn't for everyone. Age 62, yours could be lower than this, or it could be higher than this. This is just a hypothetical example, okay? Now, if you wait until age 67, which is full retirement age, you receive 100% of your benefits. And looking here on the graph, that number will be $2,000 a month for the rest of your life. And if you wait until age 70, and which the majority of people don't, your monthly benefits will be about $2,480 a month for life. So those significant differences, it just depend on what situation, how old you are, and when you plan to claim your benefits. By the way, if you want to know whether you're on track for retirement, I created a free 2-minute retirement assessment scorecard quiz. It's real quick. It will help you quickly see where you stand and what steps you may need to consider. You can access that using the link in the description below. So make sure you take advantage of that. Again, you can get that in the link in the description below. Now, moving on to number 3. Remember, at the beginning of this video, I mentioned the importance of the third reason in which almost no one talks about. This could be the most significant issue in Black America today as far as retirement planning is concerned. A large percentage of American citizens, especially Black Americans, actually work for companies that do not offer retirement plans. That is brutal. Companies should always offer at least retirement plans to their employees. People go to work every day for years, rarely thinking about retirement, and not aware of this. With all the distractions in life, this usually slips right past most people. The lack of employees having access to a retirement plan is financial detrimental. I mean, it is really brutal. Unfortunately, many will retire in poverty, only receiving a monthly Social Security check. Pensions were saviors back in the day, but they hardly exist today in corporate America. My mom and pop had a pension, included with that was Social Security, so it really helped with bills and expenses. But today, again, there are hardly any pensions unless you work for the government or, schools and things like that. You do get a pension, but in corporate America, most likely you don't. They have probably 401k, 403b, or 457. You are now personally responsible for funding your own pension and or retirement account. If your employer doesn't offer an employer retirement plan, you have to start your own plan. You have to start your own pension. I am pleading with you. No, I'm actually begging you to open an IRA brokerage account as soon as possible. It is very easy to open. You can go online and open an online account, IRA account, in less than 5 minutes with companies such as Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab. And there's others, but these are 3 main ones. And what you want to do is start transferring about 5 to 10% of your monthly income into your new IRA account. Remember, this is like starting your own pension account. So you want to pay yourself first and put monies into these IRA accounts. Your company's priority is its bottom line. Your priority must be your future. You don't want to be stuck trying to make ends meet on just a monthly Social Security check. It's simply not enough. This step is my most precious concern because no one talks about it until it's too late. A lot of people talk about getting rich and things like that, which is ridiculously hard, but something like this is very important and you can control it. Again, if these employers don't offer it, you have to create your own. And I don't want to see you make this mistake. This is another big reason why I started this channel, because I didn't see it told or talked about much online. Let me know in the comments if your company provides either a 401k, a 403b, or 457 deferred. I'll answer your questions. But just leave in a comment just below to tell me, does your company offer a 401k, a 403b, or 457 deferred plan? Now let's move on to number 4. Another major issue where money gets invested. Now, what the heck does that mean? A lot of black people in their 50s, in their 40s, 50s, 60s, are reluctant to invest in the stock markets. Many black households hold more of their wealth in real estate and cash, and less in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. The problem? No one, or quite frankly, any institution from elementary school to college has ever educated us on how to build wealth by investing in the stocks and bonds. I've been to all the schools too, and even through college, was never taught how to build wealth, invest in the stock markets, buying stocks, bonds, gold, things like that. I personally think this has always been a personal thing, especially for the rich, where financial discussions like this about stocks stayed in the home. It was never talked about outside the house. Over the last 40 years, stocks have dramatically outperformed most other assets, including real estate. The average return on stocks or mutual funds or exchange traded funds over a 10-year period is about 10%. Pretty good rate. So families who missed out on stock market investing, whether individually or through their employer retirement plan at work, such as the 401k or 403b, missed out on one of the biggest wealth engines in history. Millionaires became billionaires, thousandaires became millionaires, and believe it or not, after 2020, after COVID, there were more millionaires created in America than ever before. So that was a big, big opportunity because stocks went so low, people bought them at a lower price. And when everything started to get better and better, stock market just exploded and did extremely well. So a lot of us missed out on that if we didn't invest in the stock market or through our employer plans at work. And lastly, how to turn your savings into income. This is gigantic. This is big. Retirement isn't about how much money you have. It's about how much income your money can produce. So basically what I'm saying is that if you have a lump sum of money and you can create wealth with that or generate additional income with that, that's the plan, right? That's what I'm trying to say here. Your goal should be, how can I generate even more income by turning my savings, personal savings, or this lump sum amount of money into monthly retirement paychecks? Again, we were never shown the plan or how to do this. Well, we'll learn how it works today because I'm here showing you. It isn't hard. It's just another way we should be thinking about things like this. Now, turning savings into monthly retirement income involves creating a paycheck by withdrawing a sustainable percentage, like 4%. I'm going to use a hypothetical here. Like say we have $250,000 and we withdraw 4% each year. That's about $833 a month. Now, again, that could be in addition to your Social Security monthly benefits or if you have a pension you receive. So do you see how all those can come together? Can you imagine just receiving a pension, a Social Security, and you generate income on this lump sum savings or a 401k that you actually contributed to that grew to a certain amount of money to generate interest from that each month. So those three types of income you can actually receive each month for the rest of your life. Now that's living good. Now I want to leave you with something. Our elders did not have financial planners. They didn't have YouTube. They didn't have access to the information I just gave you. And they still kept the lights on. Still continued to pay their bills. They still sent their children to school. They showed up. You are the generation that gets to be the bridge. You can retire with dignity, and you can leave something behind. Not just money, but knowledge. The knowledge you're picking up right now, for an example. Generational wealth doesn't start with millions of dollars. It starts with one generation deciding to learn what they weren't taught, and then teaching that going forward to other people. That's you, right now, today. Again, you didn't fail financially. You were never shown this kind of information. Now you have it. Do something with it. I'll see you in the next video.